Excuse me. Making a quick adjustment of the lights. Birds sound lovely. Don't know if the microphone's picking up the birds. For anybody that's asking or wondering, yes, there are plenty of bugs. This is just a quick ride out to see how the camera works at this time of day. Because I haven't had the GoPro out in the evening like this. So it detects light, motion, and all that stabilizing stuff that goes along with it. And also I've been having some problems with the audio. It's almost like it's activated only when they hear a voice, and it shuts out all the sounds. So doing a lot of testing. Okay, I'll go up this circle and then come back. In case anybody is wondering, I'm on a rad, crap, I forgot the name, the fat tire bike, Red Rover, and I'm not going to pedal from now on. We'll just see how nice it is to cruise without having to pedal. Knock on the door. Well, I'm 69 years old. We'll be soon next week, I guess. A week after next. But yeah, it's more or less to keep an old guy like me outside. I say an old guy like me, I'm not that old. It's just my body's a lot older than what I am. The term rode hard and put away wet is pretty much how I treated my body throughout the many years. I'm paying for it now. This little Red Rover is basically a tool for me to get out and enjoy what I haven't been able to do for many years. I shouldn't say many years, but a few years. There's actually a lake over here that's called Dean Lake. When they did all the development, they decided to call it Dean Lakes. It's only one lake. But I guess Dean Lakes sounds better to sell houses with. But it's, I forget, I think it was just over 1,000 homes were put in here, in this general area. When I say homes, that's including townhouses. I think they're up to 8 or maybe even 10 units in some of the buildings. Some are rented, some are purchased. But when we first moved into Shakopee here, I don't know if you can hear or see that freeway over there, that wasn't here. And we used to ride our four-wheelers down around that area for a really good time. But this town went from, I want to say it was just under 9,000 when we moved in, and now it's like 48,000. So it's grown up quite a bit. And actually I was doing some pedaling there and wasn't even thinking about it. But you can always pedal if you want to. You're not really powering the bike unless you want to power the bike. You just don't use the throttle in that case. But I'm going to venture to say that a high percentage of these electric bikes being sold are being purchased by people 50 years or older. It gets you to get out in places where you probably wouldn't want to try to walk to. So you could say you drive somewhere and then walk. Where here I can just jump on the bike and go 20-30 miles and enjoy the whole 20-30 miles. There's a few geese that are down here with their geeslings or goslings. I'm not really sure what they call it, little babies. Probably a total of 10 or so of the babies. And 4 geese, 2 males, 2 females. But I do know my lights are working well. That's one of my tests. I'm pleased with that. I should be pleased with it. I got 2 O lights in the front. One that came with a horn. I mainly got it for the horn. And it also has a light, so I have that on, and the light that came with the bike itself. So I should have plenty of light, not only to see, but to be seen. In case you're wondering, I've been cruising between 8 and 10 miles an hour. I just sped up to 12. There's a hill up here, and I will show you I can go up it without pedaling at all. I do have it on Power Assist 2, and it'll get me up the hill, no problems with 2, but I like to make it work a little less. So if I give it Assist 3, the engine will rev a little higher, and it won't work the motor as hard, is my understanding. I could be wrong at that, but that's my understanding how they work. But right now this is about 8.5 miles an hour. And we're starting the hill right here. You guys probably won't be able to tell that it's a hill, but we'll see. Okay, this is power only. This is no pedaling at all. About 11 miles an hour. Power Assist 3. We're pretty much in the middle of the hill. Not straight up, but it does get pretty steep up here towards the end of it. again, no pedaling. About 17 miles an hour there. Didn't want to go quite that fast. My thought was, when I got this, was to ride pedaling as much as I can in the beginning, and if I got tired, just work the throttle to get me home. But I've enjoyed the throttle only so much. I get to enjoy the whole ride. You just sort of pedal when my body wants to pedal the pedals. Like I say, my pedaling has no factor on any kind of speed that I get. It's all done by the motor. Pretty cool night. It's like 60 degrees or maybe 61 or 62 degrees. So it's a little bit chilly out here. I got a light jacket on. This is about 12 miles an hour right now. The city just came in, probably the county, come to think of it. The county just came in and put some small black gravel on the freshly paved street, which they typically do to make it last a lot longer. But there's a lot of loose rock on it right now, so you gotta be a bit careful on the bicycle. You might be able to hear it. Almost sounds like a gravel road. I thought that might be a pressure gauge.